I've done this series of videos to try and help you to look at the things you need to think about if you're considering moving from a defined benefit to a personal pension scheme. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty of this, I need to give you a word of warning. Please don't interpret any of this as a recommendation to transfer or not to transfer. I'm not endorsing one route or another. I've tried to break down the positives and negatives of transferring so you can weigh up your options, and I've looked at the very different way benefits can be taken from an occupational scheme compared to a personal pension arrangement. Before purchasing any investment or insurance product, you should do your own research and consult a properly qualified specialist if you have specific questions that relate to your own circumstances. I can't possibly provide a personal recommendation for you at this stage. I don't know you and I don't know your circumstances. So just take this as it was intended, which is information about the different things you need to consider. But if you are considering transferring your pension or know friends or colleagues who are doing so, and you want a 100% independent, objective view, then you're in the right place. So where will this pension transfer video help you? I'm getting a lot of questions from blog readers about whether they should be transferring their final salary pension scheme. I think the main reason transfers have become such a hot topic of late are that the pensions freedoms, first of all. George Osborne, the UK Chancellor, started a UK pension revolution back in 2015 when he announced pensions freedoms, which allows unrestricted access to personal pensions. Before then, the amount you could take from your pension was limited. Traditionally, when you reach retirement, you swapped your pension for a lifetime income, often by purchasing an annuity or an income for life. Annuity costs have soared over the last 20 years or so as risk-free investment returns have fallen and life expectancy has risen. Annuities are also very inflexible. Once you've bought your annuity, you had it for life, being eroded by inflation often and locking out any potential increases. And of course, you had no control over your capital. When you die, the annuity died with you. Now, these new pension freedoms only apply to personal pensions. They don't apply to final salary schemes, sometimes known as defined benefit or occupational pension schemes. There's basically two types of employer-sponsored pension schemes. One type offers a pension related to your salary, so you get, for example, 1/60th of your salary per year of service, or 1/80th, and these are called final salary or defined benefit schemes. The other type is simply like a personal pension, a money purchase arrangement, which just invests your contributions into a pension pot, and the pot is worth whatever it's worth. These are often called money purchase schemes. With final salary arrangements, when you reach retirement, you're usually offered a guaranteed income, which often increases with inflation, and sometimes you have the option of reducing some of that income in exchange for a lump sum. Generally, there's also a guaranteed income for any surviving spouse as well. Now, sometimes there are dependent benefits, but these are usually when the dependent is under a certain age, say 18 or sometimes 21. I have seen 23. So when you and your spouse die, the pension usually dies with you. Now, these guarantees and inflation-proofing pensions is very expensive to provide, and your spouse is an expensive liability for a company to provide for as well. So this, coupled with the fact that interest rates are very low and have been for some time, means that the transfer value for these types of schemes are really high when compared to the pension benefits being offered. So pension freedoms also meant that personal pension funds, but not final salary schemes, because these benefits usually stop when you do, can be passed down to future generations without any inheritance tax liability. In the next video, we'll talk about if you should transfer and the risks of it all.